Yeah. My friend, welcome to this program. Always we have to have idea to share. And this time, this technology, this social media, it's so powerful because he brings easy to share information and to talk. And this was happening way back in Africa. Elderly, they used to sit under trees and to bring the young and to talk and to share information. And that's why most our history, African history, it was just lived by stories. It was not written. That sometime it disappeared because the missionary, when it comes, they distract the structure they used to have to share the story after the story. But somehow, some people keep the story together to share. And this is what we're doing. This era for technology. I'm here sitting here under the tree, talking, giving advice, giving my experience. And that is how life was there before. Life never changed. Life is still the same since it started. But what has changed, it's more technology, more easier to share information. Yeah, that is the best thing to share information, to learn, to know everything's there. You know, things you used to think you have to take like a month or a week to know, you can just know straight away in a minute, in a matter of time. And that is why parents let our kids use technology. Don't punish your children with technology. And today again, we're going to talk about gay, lesbian, about Lgbtq. In Rwanda, they call abatinganyi. In Kenya, they call them shoga. But what we are talking about here, what we are learning, what we want to teach each other is gay and lesbian, they are children. They have parents. They have families. They are like us. Religious, especially Christianity and Islam, has teachers to hate other people because what they believe, because what the law or the rules have put on their religions. And when they came to Africa now, all African, we think we are part of those religions. It's so painful. When we see our life is based on those invention of other community to bring back to Africa, to say this is the way we should live life. This is the way we should doing things, this is the best. And they translate some things the way even now we can understand it properly. But it came to our mind when I talk to you, it's hard not to like to listen to anything else. Because homosexuality, gay and lesbian, it was there before colonialism. It was life before there. This is how we have to share. But when the churches, they came to put the restriction and they bring the laws for the colony because they were hating gays before that times. And they bring that also to Africa. And we keep it as Africans. And what I can see in Africa where we have a problem, what we call culture, somebody has told us culture can't change. But when you look the Western, the white, they know culture has to change. Culture has to change because of global economic, because life is changing. But as we stick to some things which can change because of two things, maybe religious, maybe also what we call culture, because when we change, we think we become different. You're not going to be different. You got to still the same. But the culture where it doesn't match with the economic of the country, economic of the society, people, they are the one who form the culture. Yes, culture is there because the people has chosen. But the people, they can choose the culture because they are people who live life. Sometimes culture restricts people to live life. That is not right. We should live life, which makes us easier to have a life. But culture, it should not stop us to have life. Because you remember, culture is belief, is the people, is the restriction people put in their mind. When we remove it, everything's be free. We are not free because the rules, the culture is created by people. It's the same. Gay and the lesbian, they are allowed to be living like anyone else. But when you call it culture, our culture doesn't allow that. Which culture doesn't allow that? How do you know that culture would not allow that? Is it because the people after religious, after colonial came in there, they put laws there, and then they mix as a culture? You took Christianity or some other Islam, they took as your culture. That's not your culture. It was brought by other people. But you take it like yours, and they put restriction on you. And other things we go to share, we want to talk, we want to learn from each other. My fellow Africans, we have to accept it to understand that. We have to talk about that every single day. You have to respect somebody, child, even lesbian. You're not going to hate him because that how he was born. The religious put those rules, those dogma in their mind of Africans. And one thing I can tell you, the most white who now still against gay, what called conservative, what called the old, they're the most who support Africa only matter of gay. But they are the most who've been racist to who are colonized Africans, who hate Africans. But when it comes to the gay, it's only where they support each other. And that is why you have to be careful. The people who are teaching you to hate gays, they are people who hate you in real life as a black people. These things happen. There's a story here in Australia. There's an Australian boy. He was a rugby player. He was so good. I don't know what happened. He made a statement talking bad about gay and lesbian. And when he said that, because he's a public figure, the gay, they didn't like him. They didn't like what he said. But because he was a good player, representing Australia, they told him you should apologize, you should not say that. And the boy, because his belief, because his church, he refused to apologize. And the team had let him go. The national team of Australia had let him go because he should not have put that statement. He could have continued to play his rugby. He could have kept quiet. But somehow our mind works in different ways. But he did it. He's right to do that. But also, he had to lose his contract. But you could see now that what I'm saying there. There's this radio where it was against, most times he was against immigrant, because even the young boy is Iranda. But now, that is only way that radio, he was supporting him because the statement the young man did. But you see, that is how the evil came in people's mind. You play rugby, you are professional, you are dream to play for Australia, you get everything there, but somebody there and the church is there, they say you have to say that, you can't change that, all those things there. He did it. It wasn't good for him, but his experience there. Maybe I haven't had any news about him recently, but also later he can say how experience went through about that. Because we have to be careful. We have to learn to love each other. We have to learn to understand the Bible, the religious people they bring to us is not what it is. The rules they go to put there is not what it is. If you're Christians, if you're Muslim, and you hate other people because all they do, that is not what should be. People, we should love each other, no matter who we are, because we are God created by God, we are equal. Everything there, all our mind is to God. You hate somebody, the other people also, they go to hate you. That is how it's going to come in your life. You go to experiencing it. I have been experiencing it. Every restriction I put in myself, God has shown me the other way. That is, kid, I tell you, every restriction you're going to put in your mind is going to reveal to you, it's going to show you. No, that's not the way. And that's how you learn. You learn by facing what you think was in God's reality. But to love other people is our duty, because all we are one, all we are God. That one I'm going to teach you. You have to understand it. And I like my country, because my country, Rwanda, he doesn't put restriction. He doesn't tell people, oh, if you do gay, I put you in jail, or like in Uganda or Tanzania. No. But again, the society doesn't allow that, but we got to learn how to deal with it, which is going to be much easier. You can't put the law, and you know what the things, what they do, different to you. What they do? Because is a man kiss another man? Or is a man having sex with another man? Do you know? We have to learn, maybe another day, what sex is. How do you take sex is like what? Do you think some things are special than anything? Animals does it. Sex is not a special thing. Sex, because people do kissing each other the same sex, it should not make you anything there. It's a feelings of mind. It's a feeling people with each other. It's how they feel each other together. That is the love. There are people here who love their dog, who love their animals, who love their horses. Put money, millions on the dogs, on the cattle, anything there. As I told, they don't say they love, have an affair with them, no. But they love animals. They can put more money than what they can put to human being. So now you are there, don't like people because they are human beings, they are adult, they love each other. What is the problem you have? Why do you go to hate them? Which God has told that You can't allow them. They can't do this. That is the lesson we have to learn. That is how we have to teach each other. We change our mind. These are children. They are brothers. They are sisters. Only way we go to accept them is by learning, by talking with my experience. I'm going to have some gay to come on my show when we talk and we teach to each other. We promote friends. We support friends. We help friends. That's how life is. Guys, thank you, and continue to support to the Rubasha Family Podcast, to my YouTube channel, Ndizeye Rubasha, and visit my page. Is a center of inspiration. That is ndizeye.rubashamedia.com. Thank you.